Well, thank you all very much for coming. I appreciate everybody taking the time. It's great to have so many people here and great to have the mayor here. Thank you, sir. Well, I'm very happy to announce that I will be asking the voters of the 2nd District, young and old, well, maybe not that young, for the opportunity to continue serving them for another 4 years by seeking re-election to the 2nd District City Council. This is the best job ever. I just love being the city council person for our district, and it's a great job for a number of reasons, but really it's an opportunity to make government work for people, and that's not something that you can always say, that you have the opportunity to make a big system work well for the individual. And so that's really what I want to be able to continue to do. And I think that we've got a good, as they say, story to tell, and the things that have been happening over the last 3 years in the district. I've worked really hard to be an advocate for folks, whether it's on a larger issue like maybe a development that's proposed for their area, or just somebody's leaves haven't gotten picked up. And so whether it's a big issue or a little issue, if it's an issue that's important to somebody in the 2nd District, it's an issue that's important to me. And I've worked very closely with the mayor's office and all of the departments of the city. And I started thinking about it, pretty much nearly every department of the city, not Weights and Measures, but pretty much everybody else, at one point or another in the last 3 years, to try and resolve, sometimes it's a communication issue, it's a service issue, whatever, and really make sure that the needs and wishes, to some extent, of the folks in the district are not overlooked. And sometimes people out of the district as well who have garbage problems. So I made some promises in writing when I was running for office, and one of those promises was to listen to what 2nd District residents have to say and to have regular meetings where we have that opportunity, not just for me to talk to them, but more importantly for me to listen to what people have to say. And so far we've had 4 a year for 3 years, so that's a dozen meetings. The mayor has spoken at a couple of them, and other groups both from the city or from the school district or from Parkview Hospital have spoken at them. And that's actually, I wasn't sure how to say this gracefully, so you know me, I'll just say it. That's really more than anybody else on council does. And I work with 8 other very hardworking members of council. They do. But I really place a high premium on those opportunities. I think that these ladies here, I think you win the Having Been to Every Meeting award. So I'll make sure we'll have extra cookies for you at the next meeting coming up in February. But then also to continue walking door to door, and I've done that. I've done neighborhood walks throughout the summer. Over the last 3 years, not campaign related, just either with a neighborhood president or sometimes on my own, just trying to find out what people are thinking, because I think that is such an important way of learning what folks really are thinking about. And in addition to that, I had also made some other promises, which I couldn't find that mail piece, so I didn't bring it, having to do with supporting local businesses. I had a news conference when I was running before about a buy local ordinance, which would really allow us to recycle city spending into the local economy by making it a little easier for local businesses to get contracts with the city. See, and some people think it's really important. And so working with the administration, we were able to get that done, and I'm really pleased about that. And then lastly, over $1 million in neighborhood capital improvements into the district in the last 3 years, not even counting what's going to happen this year. And the mayor's already told me that it's going to be another $1 million. No, actually, he didn't tell me that at all. But, I'll try.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. Then some more general things that are more citywide. I was very pleased to work on the new garbage and recycling contract with folks from Mayor Henry's administration. We reduced fees, increased services, increased recycling, and most importantly, set up a system that allows us as residents, as we continue to recycle more, to keep our fees lower and to continue to reduce them. So I think that's something that I'm really proud of. I work with the Board of Works, with the administration, to make it easier for neighborhoods to reduce the speed limit in their neighborhoods. so that if there's neighborhood streets where people are zipping through, we can get the speed limits reduced a little bit, which makes police enforcement much more effective as well. So that's a really good thing. Worked on developing a system to make it easier for small businesses to qualify for tax abatements. Tax abatements are something that the City Council does as opposed to the administration, and worked to make that system more manageable for smaller businesses, while also making sure that there's accountability for taxpayers, because that's obviously very important. And then supported and worked with the Neighborhood Commercial Code that we adopted a couple of years ago to make it, well, basically to help protect neighborhoods from rundown businesses that might be in their area. And that's been a thing that has been needed for so many years, and I really credit the administration for getting that done. Certainly I was pleased to support that, and I work closely with neighborhood code enforcement then on some of the specific issues that within that larger thing. And then really keeping city spending tight during that whole time. And he's in favor of tight spending and against against rundown buildings. I know it. So the need to keep the city budget tight is obviously very important, particularly in times like this. But as a business colleague of mine said, even if you have a lot of money, you wouldn't want to waste it. And so it's really something that I've been very proud to be a part of, and I think we've kept the budget very, very responsible. Anybody can go in and just start slashing services, but I don't hear from constituents that they want services slashed. What I hear from constituents is that they want services in their communities. They want the leaves picked up. They want the snow removed. They want their streets fixed. That all takes money, and so it's really a management question, and that's why it's been great to work with the mayor and the other department heads, his department heads, to get that done.